Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome to another review. Well, why the fuck not? Yeah, I'm willing to bet that's what the creators of the show were thinking when the idea was pitched. Why the fuck not? I mean, the premise is disgustingly simple. Elvis Presley as a super agent, rock star by day, action hero by night. He also has a monkey sidekick, for crying out loud. Hey, if we're gonna keep this trend of big celebrities becoming superheroes rolling, why not go further? Why not make a Michael Jackson spinoff? If they did, the monkey sidekick would make much more sense. But I digress. When the trailer for the show came out, I thought, seems cool. I like the animation style, but it's also a raunchy adult comedy show. Maybe it could be fun, but it'll probably be a show that comes and goes. So I didn't plan on watching it initially, but after I finished watching another show, I just sat back, looked up Agent Elvis and said, say it with me now, why the fuck not? Now, I've only looked at the first episode. I haven't seen the others yet. I simply wanted to look at the first one to see if it would grab me. Is it good? Is it bad? Or is it somewhere in the middle? Well, let's find out. You know the drill. Summary first, thoughts after. Good. Let's begin. It starts with Elvis preparing his comeback show. His manager wants to add a Christmas theme to it, but Elvis doesn't like it. After he leaves, he gets into a limo with his monkey friend Scatter. As they head off, their driver suddenly tries to kill them by releasing some gas in the limo. Elvis and Scatter get out, and we get a fight scene between them and the fake limo driver. Once they have him, they bring him back to a good friend Birdie's house to get information out of him. They don't get much, but what they do get is that it isn't someone after him, it's multiple people. Elvis tries to get more info, but the monkey accidentally shoots him in the face. Yeah, like I said, this ain't a kiddie show. So while Elvis and co try to figure out who would want to kill him, we also have him taking over the Christmas show so that he can turn it into something better. Then a bunch of girls come in asking for a picture with Elvis. But it's basically another trap to kill him. Luckily he gets out of it with a little help from this chick. And then she just takes off like it's nothing. But before she does, she tells Elvis that these traps have been made for him because he's on a kill list. But that info isn't good enough. He needs more. So he, Bobby Ray, and the monkey track her down to a restaurant to get more info. The woman, named Cece Ryder, says that Charlie Manson put the hit on him, and his posse has just kidnapped his friend Bobby Ray. Elvis tells her that she's coming along to find him. When she doesn't comply, the monkey literally drives the car into the restaurant to change her mind. So they head off to Manson's HQ, Spawn Ranch. Elvis manages to find Bobby Ray all tied up in a bed while also coming across Manson and his family. They do the smart thing by getting out of there and trying to drive away, but they get blindsided by another car which knocks them out. They eventually wake up tied to chairs on a stage where they're about to be executed by Manson and his cronies unless they agree to become part of his family and help his music career. When Elvis refuses, he gets shot. But thankfully, his badge stopped the bullet and he breaks free from the chair. That's when he, Cece, and the monkey start kicking everybody's ass. For a while, they figure out that they really need to kill them to put them down since they're so high and can't feel anything. So that means there are beheadings, heads being crushed, and horses being involved. In the end, Manson's gang goes down and Manson himself is taken down too. Elvis and co then take off, leaving Cece behind for now. And the episode ends with Elvis doing his If I Can Dream show, while Cece talks with someone that may have a keen interest in him. The end. So that's the episode. What are my thoughts? Well, I found it to be entertaining. The first thing I do like is its style of animation. It stands out amongst other cartoons, especially adult cartoons. The designs are slick, the way it portrays the late 60s is nice, and when the action scenes get going, that's when the animation is at its strongest. Some of the action can be fun, and if you are into the bloodbath kind of fights, then these are for you. Sick bastards. Voice acting is decent too. I did kind of think Matthew McConaughey was an okay choice, and he does a nice job as Elvis. He doesn't try to sound like Elvis, but he doesn't just use his normal voice for the most part. I did warm up to him pretty quick, and I don't mind listening to him. The rest of the cast is nice too. You have Johnny Knoxville as Bobby Ray, Tom Kenny as the monkey, and even Priscilla Presley plays herself in the role. Speaking of the characters, they're fine too. They're not the most interesting characters, but they can be entertaining. Cece is kind of cool, Bobby Ray is fine, Elvis's caretaker seems nice, and Elvis himself can be funny and a cool badass. But I think my favorite is the monkey. He doesn't have human dialogue, but he's the most interesting character to me. He gets hookers, does cocaine, can drive a car, uses sense of smell to track people down, and can also handle his own in a fight. I honestly want to know more about him. Where did he come from? How did Elvis find him? And how can he track people by scent when he's a coke addict? So many questions. If a character makes me ask that many questions, you know you've made him quite memorable. Seriously, that Michael Jackson spinoff could be possible. I mean, think about it. This monkey and Bubbles. The possibilities are endless. But anyway, like I said, he is very memorable. Same goes for the Manson family. They are very creepy and insane, as you would expect. And Manson himself is just as creepy, if not more. And yeah, it did feel good seeing him and his family get destroyed. As for the comedy, it is okay. Sometimes there are a few laughs here and there, but it's usually the same kind of adult humor you'd expect. Sex, drugs, violence, etc. It's not really bad, but it's not that clever. That's probably my first nitpick with the episode. Another one I have is Cece's first reveal. I don't have a problem with her kicking ass, but what I do have a problem with is how they just sporadically introduce her. No build-up, no signs that she was already in the studio. Heck, we don't even get her name for a good while. She just shows up, kicks ass, and then says, oh, you're on a kill list, and leaves. That's it. We don't even get like some kind of graphic at the bottom of the screen that shows, oh, this is her name. I mean, I kind of had to look up on the wiki to figure out what her name was. Again, she's not bad, but I think her reveal could have been better. Like I said, they really could have used the flashy name graphics for the characters. I think it would have fit the tone of the show, especially since it takes place in the 60s. Also, despite the episode being entertaining, it's not exactly something that makes me want to know more about Elvis's past, which the episode does kind of show in a flashback. And there's also this guy in the shadows that's watching Elvis too. I mean, it could be interesting, but I don't know. Maybe the rest of the season could flesh this out better, but as first episodes go for a new show, while it's certainly decent in a lot of aspects, it isn't exactly something that sucked me in completely. I think it comes down to its premise, possibly. I mean, it's Elvis being a secret agent. If you do like that premise, then you may enjoy it. If you don't, you may not find it that entertaining, especially when it has a bunch of adult animation cliches that aren't given much of a new spin. But I think I'm in the middle. I am glad I saw the first episode, and hey, maybe the rest of the show isn't bad either. I do kind of like the setup. I did find the story entertaining, the animation was nice, the action was cool, and the inclusion of Elvis's famous song, If I Can Dream, was sweet. There's even a fully animated music video of it on YouTube. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below if you want to see it. In the end, Full Tilt, which is what this episode's name is, was fine. It's an okay start to this show. If you do have some interest in this premise, then I think you'll enjoy it. If not, then I can't say that it'll suck you in effortlessly. So, my final score for the episode is a 6.5 out of 10. Well guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also, if you have seen this first episode, or any other episode from this new show, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Do you think it got better after the first episode? Do you think it got worse? Or do you think it just stayed in this comfortable plane, just right in the middle? Let me know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and as always, my name is Sam, and good night, everybody.